Hello, I'm Dr. Sundari Mace, Sonoma County's Public Health Officer, and I'm here to share the latest updates on coronavirus in Sonoma County. So as of April 16th, we have 172 cases of coronavirus. That's 9 new cases since yesterday. 87 are active and 83 have recovered. And as you already know, we've had 2 deaths. So far, we performed 4,200 tests to date with all of our labs. So what's new with coronavirus? Well, yesterday I issued a new health order requiring congregate care facility staff, visitors, as well as all first responders to wear masks and check symptoms before beginning their work shifts. And this will help reduce the spread of coronavirus. We hope that we will be able to pick up cases in these settings quickly by instituting these precautions. This order becomes effective this Friday, April 17th. The order is needed to ensure that we don't have spread of coronavirus in these very vulnerable settings. We know that congregate settings in other parts of the country and in our state have been the place where we've seen the biggest outbreaks amongst our medically vulnerable and older folks. So these orders cover a broad range of facilities where groups of people live and that they're cared for outside of their traditional home environment. So what are these facilities? They include medical care facilities, licensed residential care facilities like nursing homes and senior care facilities, psychiatric facilities, group homes, residential recovery houses, and homeless shelters. So the order also has additional requirements in place for patient-related care facilities, including social distancing, masking, and this all is an effort to prevent contamination. These orders are an important component for ensuring that our first responders remain healthy and are able to do their critical work. There are many categories of people that this order applies to that remain on the front lines responding to our needs and keeping us safe. These orders apply to workers, including volunteers who provide 24/7 emergency response and first aid, such as peace officers, emergency medical technicians, firefighters, rescue workers, certain social workers, and certain animal control officers. So I also want to remind you that the facial covering order is now in effect, and everybody should wear a facial covering if they're out and about for essential activities, essential travel, or to work in essential businesses. This requires wearing a covering over your mouth and nose when you're going into indoor settings, such as grocery stores or pharmacies, and when you're in other enclosed spaces, or if you feel that you can't social distance when you're out and about outside as well. Again, you do not need to go out and buy any kind of a commercial mask. You can make your own facial covering by using old t-shirt, old fabric. There's lots of patterns that you can find on the internet. You can also just use a bandana or a scarf. So now we'll go to our community questions. Why do we need to wear face coverings now when we didn't before? Well, you know that this pandemic of COVID-19 is as a result of a new virus. There was no previous information about when a person could be spreading the virus before having any symptoms. Now we know that a person who has COVID can infect someone for a few days before they even have symptoms. And we even know that some people have COVID-19 and they have no symptoms, yet they are able to spread the virus. Physical distancing is the most effective form of preventing the spread, but we can't always be 6 feet away from others, either inside or outside. So we've added the facial covering order to make sure that we minimize the spread of this virus in the community. We know that this measure has been shown to be effective in working towards our goal of flattening the curve to help save lives. So make sure that you do wear a facial covering when you go out, and think about this wearing a facial covering as an act of kindness towards your neighbors, and appreciate when others are wearing their facial coverings because they're protecting you. Each one of us has a part to play, and I thank everybody for abiding by these orders. Thanks for joining, and we'll be back on Monday.